Hello, beautiful people in our digital world. Thank you for finding your way to our little corner of social media today. My name is Brian Steele, and I have the privilege of being the pastor at St. Paul United Methodist Church in Bloomfield Hills and Hazel Park United Methodist Church. And I'm back today with another one of our 5-minute messages. So, I want to dive into a story that I'm guessing we all know something about to varying degrees. It's a Bible story, but it's also become a conversational piece in our culture, especially around sporting events. I'm talking David versus Goliath. Classic underdog story, right? But I want to bring up a certain piece of the story that, in my estimation, tends to get overlooked, because it's before the actual battle itself. David is with his dad, Saul. And Saul is clearly and understandably concerned about what his son is about to do. So Saul graciously, lovingly tries to provide protection for his son, gives him his armor. A very nice gesture. But here's the problem. It doesn't allow David to be David. It was clunky on him. He couldn't move around and be nimble like he usually could. And had he gone into battle with that armor, I'm pretty sure that this classic underdog story would have ended differently. In that moment, with his dad, like a lot of us probably wanted to make his dad proud, David had the self-awareness to state that what would have worked for Saul in that situation did not work for him. David needed the materials that would allow David to be his best, his true self. And after the battle takes place, it's even stated that David didn't even use a sword, even though everyone else thought that that would have been his only shot. But David knew himself, knew who he was, knew what his strengths were, knew what he was bringing to the table, and he said he was just good with that slingshot. So, friends, here's what I'm getting at. When we're building community together, that's a collective journey. And at the same time of doing that, we still need to give people space to be who they are. And each of us individually to know who we are and to know who we're not. A strategy or method that works well with one person's gifts will not work well with another's. And sometimes the loudest voice, which David was not because he was the runt of the litter in his family, that's not the one that needs to be heard. Sometimes we need to be intentional in giving voices space to express themselves. And God never asks any of us to be somebody we are not. God only asks us to be who God created us to be. Amidst all our different personalities, all our different gifts and skills, all our different ways of being, we need space to be that person. Now, that doesn't mean we don't challenge ourselves or that we don't recognize in even being who we are, that we don't have some shadow sides to that. Everybody's personality and strength has different things that they bring to the table and different things that we need to be aware of so that we don't bring up the whole team down. David going up against Goliath. That is a big old challenge. But he did it in a way that worked for him, and that's why he was successful. He didn't do it the way Saul thought he should. Saul had the best of intentions, but David knew himself better than Saul did. And I'm just going to close this out here with a saying from a rabbi named Zusa. And he said this toward the end of the life. In the coming world, they will not ask me why I was not Moses. They will ask me why I was not Zusa. I think that's something for us all to think about as we continue this journey of self-discovery, learning to be who God created us to be and not just who others think we should be. Well, friends, that's it for today. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you back on Thursday with another 5-minute message. Remember, God loves you for who you are. If you're a round peg in a square hole, don't keep trying to be that. Be who God has called you to be, and God delights in that person. Go in peace today.